Hello everyone, welcome to another new series, question mark, on the channel. Maybe just a one-off video, who knows? I'm sure I've talked about it a couple times over the course of other videos, but one of the things that I've done for a large part of my life has been playing bridge. It's one of the games I've invested the most time in. Not sure if it's the top, but it's close. And I've always kind of wanted to do bridge videos, but for a long time I was like, Bridge kind of has a reputation of being just for old people. How many of my viewers out there are going to be interested in this? And I recently realized I've been doing crosswords for like over a month. I clearly have given up on attracting the interest of my viewers. And so hopefully there'll just be some people out there who are already into Bridge who will watch these videos, kind of like there are some crossword fans watching crossword videos. I do hope to convince at least a couple of people that Bridge is actually a pretty cool game. I don't know. The best competitive Bridge players are in their 50s, not their 80s. But like that's not exactly like super young either for people in my demographic. But I think it's a great game for young people to play too. It used to be very popular with the college crowd, but bad marketing meant that like that college crowd is now in their 70s and they still love it, but the new college crowd didn't ever get into it. Anyway, so the format of this event that I'm playing is we're playing a duplicate, which means I'll play a hand and this very same hand will be played by another player in my seat. We'll each be up against 3 robots, like 3 computers playing, so I can play whatever pace I like. This time, the other player I've chosen to challenge is another robot, so whoever's sitting in my seat will be the other robot. And maybe I get, like, I don't know, 100 points this hand. Is that good? Is that bad? Whatever. What's important is whether I do better or worse than the robot who was holding my hand at the other table. And so Bridge, I'm not going to try to make this like that. Part of the big imposing thing was like, how do I explain the rules of Bridge in a video? It's like, there's a lot to learn. And the worst part is the rules are actually like not that complicated, but there's a bunch of culture that's grown up around it that people kind of imagine as being, it's like stuff you need to know to be a competent bridge player, even though it's not part of the rules. So the first step is we have some bidding. The players all make bids. So anyway, I'm not going to try to introduce all the rules, but I'll kind of try to go over it quickly. We're going to, the first stage of a hand of bridge, and we'll have 8 hands, is what we call an auction, where we're bidding for the right to name a trump suit. And also trying to estimate roughly how many tricks we'll take. If you play hearts or spades or euchre or something, tricks are the same thing here as they are there. You'd like to win as many tricks as possible, and this is an overgeneralization, but roughly you would like to bid as many tricks as you take. Like, you'd like to bid as high as possible, as long as you make your bid, kind of. There are exceptions, but that's sort of the general idea. And a bid of 1 diamond means, like, according to the rules of Bridge, that my partner, the person across me is your partner, so it's 2 partnerships, north-south versus east-west. My partner, according to the rules of Bridge, is saying, if diamonds were trump, I think I could take 7 tricks. Why 7? Well, every bid has to be at least 6. There will be 13 tricks. The lowest possible bid is 1, which means 6 plus 1. So, okay, that's obviously kind of not exciting to me. You want to have a lot of cards in your trump suit, not a little, and I only have 1 diamond, far below average. East is kind of saying the same thing. He likes hearts. My favorite suit is spades, and actually, now remember I said according to the rules of Bridge, this means he thinks he could take 7 tricks with diamonds as trump. But like, it's pretty rare that you look at your own hand and say, oh yeah, with no help from partner, I could definitely take 7 tricks in anything. And so there's kind of a culture. People have built a language around assigning meanings to bids that are sort of different from what the rules say they are, in a way that you can eventually get to a final contract. There will be several rounds of bidding. And so you use the early rounds to communicate information to your partner. And then the 2 of you cooperatively decide on a bid that you'll actually play. So I'm going to suggest 1 spade here, telling partner I have at least 5 spades and like a not awful hand, but maybe not necessarily a good one. And this is kind of a poor hand. Partner says his hand is substantially better than average, and furthermore, he really likes diamonds. I'm just going to give up here. Partner can play 3 diamonds. Once all 3 players pass in a row, the auction ends. If you pass once, you don't have to pass again. You can come back in if the auction comes back to you. But if there are 3 passes in a row, the auction won't come back to you. So I'm going to pass here. Diamonds is not great, but we don't really have enough strength between our 2 hands for me to risk bidding any higher. And partner has enough diamonds, presumably at least 6, and probably 6 fairly good ones, that we should be okay with diamonds as trump. So I'm just not going to make things any worse. And you can see partner's hand is much better than mine. And, okay, this is the other, like... I feel like this is Bridge's big innovation that other card games should have copied and nobody has yet. And it sounds super weird if you're not used to Bridge. But the player who wins the bid is called Declarer, who wins the auction, we say. He has declared a contract of 3 diamonds, so he must make at least 9 tricks with diamonds as trump. And since I'm his partner, we're working together on that. However, you might ask, why can I see 2 hands? So Bridge has this thing, this is the innovation I was talking about, called the dummy. The declarer's partner becomes the dummy and places his hand face up on the table, his or her hand, in my case, his. And declarer plays both of those hands. This is the thing that I think sets Bridge apart from all the other trick-taking games. Because it means all the players can see not just their own 13 cards, but also dummy's 13 cards, right? East and West can also see the dummy. They don't get to play it, but they can see it. In this hand, I'm the dummy, but because I'm playing with a robot, he's graciously allowed me to play both hands as if I were him. Sure, fine. That's how the robots work here. But since you can see 26 cards instead of 13, you can do way more planning and way less guessing than you do in hearts, spades, euchre, stuff like that. So the first thing you do when you're declaring a hand is you kind of look at the 2 hands and assess like how many tricks you could easily take. And if that's less than the number you need to take, you kind of need to have some thinking about how you could produce some more. So this trump suit will almost certainly produce 5 tricks. It might produce 6 if we're very lucky, but that's not super likely. And it would produce fewer than 5 if we're very unlucky. So that's probably 5 tricks in diamonds. The ace and king will win a trick, the queen will win a trick, then the 10 will win a trick, and then everyone will be out of diamonds, and the 5 and 4 will be good. So we have 5 there. We have the ace and king of spades, that's 7. The ace of clubs is 8. We need 9. We're pretty close, right? The king of hearts is very likely... Well, not... It's fairly likely to be a winner. I'd say, in fact, quite likely. East overcalled a heart, showing reasonably strong hands. Not super strong, but reasonable anyway. And furthermore, length in hearts. So his partner raised hearts, but that only shows like at least 3. So in fact, East certainly has exactly 5 hearts, and West certainly has exactly 3. So between the dummy and the auction, you know so much more than you do in like if you were playing hearts or spades. So I can state with some confidence that East has 5 hearts and West has 3. So he's okay from that point of view, odds on to have the ace. But also, if he didn't have the ace, he would be excited to lead the heart suit. You typically, it's not a good idea to lead a suit in which you have an ace unless you have a good reason. Like say the ace and the king would be a good reason, but just the ace by itself, it's dangerous. So I'm pretty sure East has the ace of hearts. So we can at some point lead the 6 of hearts. If East plays the ace, we play low. If East plays low, we play the king. Either way, we'll eventually win the king. So that's likely to be our 9th trick. We might very well get a 10th in clubs. It looks a little flimsy. How are we going to set up the jack? But if the 10, I don't know. It's possible, but actually it's quite unlikely now that I think about it, because we won't even have anything to discard on the 4th round of clubs. We could maybe discard a heart, but we think the low heart's a winner. So anyway, I'm going to play low here. Goes king, ace. So this furthermore tells me more about like the language and culture of bridge. There's no law saying that if you have the king and queen, you should play the queen. You're legally allowed to play either one. But bridge players have kind of learned a way to communicate to their partner what they hold. And one of the kind of tenets of that is in this kind of situation, if West had the king and queen, he would have played the queen. So I suspect now that East has the Queen of Clubs, and so we have a similar position of leading towards the Jack of Clubs as we do leading towards the King of Hearts. That's a less solid inference because I don't really know the robots well enough to know if they actually follow those cultural norms, but it's something to go on anyway. So the first thing I need to do on this hand is get rid of all the opponent's diamonds by just leading diamonds. That's the biggest threat, is that they could run out of a suit that I want to win tricks in, and then they could trump. Yeah, so there are only 2 diamonds left now. The Jack will force out the Queen, and as it happens, the 8 as well. So you know, just like other trick-taking games, you must follow suit if you can. That is to say, if you have a card of the... Wow! That's a surprise. That was the first spade trick, right? Let me just double check that. We've played 1 club. We've played 3 diamonds. That's 4. I have 9 cards left. That's 13. Yeah, so West actually had all 6 of the outstanding spades, and East had none of them. So this is one very good reason to have drawn trumps. You know, East has to play a spade if he has one, and since he didn't, that means he has none. If he had any diamonds, he would be allowed to play a diamond on this trick, and since diamonds are trump, he would win the trick. But he can't because I got rid of all the diamonds first. Lovely. So that's actually quite interesting now. We know that West has 6 spades, or started with 6 spades, and exactly 3 diamonds, and exactly 3 hearts, right? By inference from the auction. So we know he started with only 1 club, which was the king. So we actually don't even really have to risk the heart finesse exactly. I don't know. I'm going to play a club. East will probably pop the queen and put a heart through anyway. A good player would do that. I don't know if Gibb will. Yeah, there's the spade, so that was his only club. Okay, he lays down the ace of hearts, fine, so he doesn't put me to the guess. But I was going to get it right. And at this point, it's all over, right? The king of hearts is a winner, the king of spades is a winner. I have all the diamonds. So we could just play the hand out, and I would get all the tricks, but bridge players don't like to just do stuff when the outcome is certain, so we typically claim. I'll just show the opponents all my cards and say, look, I'll take all the tricks. And they'll look at them and say, yes, I agree, you'll take all the tricks, let's not waste our time. And so we took 10 tricks, having bid 9, and that's good enough. Could we have done much better on that hand? I don't think so. Actually, I suppose we could have made 3 no trump. It's a rather lucky layout, but it does work. Does it? I guess so. If East leads the queen of hearts, it's a bit tricky, but the heart suit happens to block, so I guess it's okay. Plus, nobody's ever leading the queen of hearts there. And a low heart wouldn't be good enough. Alright, anyway, on to the next hand. This hand is not good enough to bid anything, so I will pass. West has opened 2 no trump, showing a very strong hand with no particularly long or short suits. They're going to have an uncontested auction where they decide on a contract. They've chosen 4 spades. They believe they could take 10 tricks with spades as trump. Seems possible. My hand's not very good. I do have 4 spades, which is a fairly high number when you're defending a trump contract. But they're pretty small, and so it's unlikely to actually bother declare that much. Bridge players also have a concept of signaling by playing if I were playing with a human, I might have played I might have decided whether to play the 4 or the 2 of hearts. But the robots don't pay enough attention for that to matter, so I usually don't bother online. Alright, so we can tell at this point, West has shown exactly 4 hearts. Spades. 4 spades. East had 4. I had 4. That means partner had at most 1, and indeed exactly 1. So now, if we look around the table, we can tell exactly what spades West has remaining, right? West was dealt the ace, king, queen, 6 of spades. That means he can definitely take 4 spade tricks if he wants, but he doesn't really want to do that. He'll probably play 2 and then find out they're not breaking and then trump a diamond in the dummy, if I had to guess. What else do I know about, high cards? So bridge players measure the strength of hands. The bluntest way to measure the strength of your hand, there are kind of more subtle things eventually, but we call them high card points. We say an ace is worth 4, a king's worth 3, a queen's worth 2, and a jack is worth 1. West's 2 no trump bid means he has between 20 and 21, which is like half the deck. Very strong. So he's got 9 points in spades. We've seen 3 in diamonds, the king, so that's 12. The play of diamonds is sort of weird if he must have either the queen or jack as well, and probably both? I'm not sure what's happening actually in diamonds. Partner's ace low is a little bit weird. Anyway, so the point is that he probably doesn't have that much outside of spades and diamonds, because we've already seen so much from him there. But he has like an ace and a queen or something outside. Well, not a queen, because all the queens are accounted for, but, you know, an ace and a king, maybe. Ace and a jack, I don't know. Alright, partner's discarding a diamond for what that's worth. There's the... Alright, that was his jack, and he has the ace of clubs as well. No, he doesn't. Oh my god! Partner, give me the club ruff. I'll kill him. I'll kill him. Give it to me. Oh, he won't do it. Oh, but Declare's certainly got diamonds left, right? So I can trump this as well. Ah, partner knew this was going to work. Because he... Well, no, he didn't. Okay, cool, I guess. So I'll trump this. Should work, right? Yeah. Cool, so we got 4 tricks, which means there's not enough room for the opponents to take their 10 out of 13 total. So we're going to defeat this contract. That's good news. I'm not really paying attention anymore. It doesn't matter what I do. Ace of hearts. Yep. So a club ruff would also have worked. Ruff is bridge slang for trump. I don't know. Bridge players have a lot of slang. This hand is even worse than the last one. It has more high cards, 4 instead of 3. But the shape is much worse, and queens are generally like not that good compared to kings, even if they count as 2. Partner's 1 club says he has a reasonable hand, and at least a few clubs. My hand is not even good enough to say anything. I don't want to get involved. He just, I don't know, this is a kind of asinine, childish double that Gib always does. I say Gib because that's the name of the computer software that runs these robots. Ginsberg's Intelligent Bridge. Alright, so... Partner really is begging for me to lead clubs, so I guess I will. You do have to make the first lead without seeing dummies. This is kind of the most dangerous play of a whole hand, usually. But here, partner set up a pretty clear signpost for me, so I'll lead a club. My partner has the king, queen, and perhaps the ace? Yeah. Ace, king, queen of clubs. What else is going on? What was 3 clubs? A mixed raise, okay. So you are entitled to know what your opponent's bids mean in bridge, which is why they're showing me everything. You're not allowed to have secret agreements, which is something that always surprises like poker players. The reason is just that, like, what are you kidding me? I've been playing for like minutes. I don't know. The software's gotten worse over the years instead of better, I think. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, so I'm trying to figure out what do I know about East's hand from the auction. He has at least 5 spades, and at most 6, because that's how many there that I can't see. What? I don't understand this redouble. Is this like generally a good hand, I guess? Okay. And this was a game try, maybe? And they've stopped short of 4 spades, which is like a contract that's much more valuable to make than 3 spades is. So they're actually in some danger here, because they're as high as they could be without being in game. 4 spades is a game contract, we call it. So they may have stretched themselves a little bit thin here. We have a shot. We're getting 2 clubs already. Odds are I'll get my queen of spades. That's 3. So we just have to find 1 more, and the queen of diamonds looks sort of promising. I can see that neither the ace nor king are on the left of it, which means that... You know, suppose East had ace, king, small of diamonds. I could wait and not play my queen until he plays his small one, right? You don't have to play it under the ace. So that's sort of my candidate. It might be nice to take those tricks. You know, furthermore, partner like has around a king somewhere in addition to his ace, king, queen of clubs. He has about a king, maybe more. So it could be the ace of hearts, could be the king of diamonds. Either of those would be probably enough to beat. Oh no, we have to take 5 tricks, not 4. That's right. So we... Oh! The worst partner, you're killing me. Okay. So this means that I will not be scoring my queen of spades. Because I have to decide to play it before Declare decides whether to play the ace from dummy. Declare could have arranged this on his own, but it would have been a guess for him. And he might very well have guessed wrong. Now it's free. So, okay. I'll play low. I don't know, it doesn't really matter that much. I think low gives Declare more chances to go wrong in the future, but he won't. So we only have 2 club tricks. We have to find 3 red tricks somewhere. That's going to be tough. All right, well, there's one. You don't get to win the first round of a suit with a 6 very often. And didn't partner pitch a diamond already? No, it was a club, right? He's pitched 2 things. I think one of them was a diamond. I wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest. This is a little weird. I shouldn't play a club. When is a diamond wrong? A diamond is only wrong if Declarer was dealt ace, king, small, small, and now has ace, king, small remaining, which seems like a very strange way to play that suit. There's just no way that's what's happening. So I'll return a diamond. All right, there's partner's king. And so he might have another card, another high card, but he might not. I really would like the Queen of Hearts or something. Oh, all right, it looks like we're dead. Yeah. I wasn't counting that carefully. Maybe it was impossible for him to have the King of Hearts. So the Declarer actually managed 10 tricks, but since they didn't bid for spades, they don't get the bonus points you would get for bidding and making a game contract. I don't think we could possibly have defeated this, right? We were going to get 2 clubs, 1 diamond, and at most 1 spade. Yes, they were... 3 spades was an okay contract for them, although I think 4 spades might have been a better one. Since they just need to get a little bit lucky to make it. Anyway, finally I have a decent hand, and so does partner. So we should be declaring something in this hand, probably a game. We don't have very good systems here, but partner's got kind of like a hand that's just a little bit above average with at least 6 clubs. So between us we have 9 clubs, which is a lot. And so clubs would be an okay trump suit. But clubs don't score very well, so if possible, I want to see if I can get partner to agree to play in hearts with me. I'm going to lie a little bit with 2 diamonds to see if he can squeeze out a heart bid somehow. No, he's raising diamonds. Hilarious. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll try 3 no trump. The scoring is very biased against playing in clubs and diamonds. 3 no trump is the lowest game contract. 4 hearts and 4 spades are another game contract, and 5 clubs and 5 diamonds. So you have to take 11 tricks if you want to make a game with clubs or diamonds, and only 9 if you want no trump. So I'm hopeful that we can like run several clubs, a couple aces, and maybe a diamond and be okay. This is the most likely game, I think. We might make... I don't know. It was hard to find out if partner had 2 hearts is the problem. Maybe I could have bid 3 hearts here, actually. But I don't know. Once partner raised diamonds, I was a lot less afraid of playing no trump. Although... this spade lead's making me nervous. I really hope the queen wins. I hope West has the king and led low. If East has the king, I'm in some trouble. Yeah, easy mode. Nailed it. All right, so now we have 2 spade tricks. 1 heart is 3. 3 more diamonds is 6. We just need to take 3 clubs. It's almost impossible not to do that. What's the worst layout that could possibly arise? Well, the outstanding trumps could be divided 4-0. I just need to make sure I can take at least 3 tricks even in that case. And the biggest mistake I could make, I think, would be playing low to the ace and then back up to the queen-jack. Which works well if West has all the clubs, but very badly if East has all the clubs. Then he'll have 2 club stoppers. 2 club winners, I guess. If I lead the queen, then no matter how the outstanding clubs are divided, I'm guaranteed to lose at most 1 club trick, which is good because I can only afford to lose 1 before they blow out all the spades on me. Okay, it's looking like East has the king here. Notice this is like kind of one of the most basic elements of bridge technique. We talked about it before when we were talking about like leading up to the queen of hearts or the king of hearts on that first hand and then the jack of clubs. This is called a finesse. If East had the king of clubs, he could play it, but then I'd play the ace. I play low, hoping East is the one who has it, and that the queen will actually win the trick. He's kind of stuck. Whether he plays the king or not, it won't win a trick. He probably has king 10-4, so he'll get one anyway. I'm not sure, actually. From king 10-4, shouldn't you cover? I guess it doesn't matter either way. Alright, he did, though. And this will draw the last club from the opponents, so I'll just play low. It doesn't really matter. I'll win whatever East returns. And I'm glad he chose to return a spade. I should pay attention to the discards. West has already pitched 2 hearts, right? Well, I guess the suit I need to pay attention to is diamonds if I wanted to squeeze out that extra trick. So right now we've played 4 tricks, there are 9 left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tricks, right? It would be nice if I could get the 9th. And the way that I hope to do that is what's called a squeeze. If either opponent has at least 4 diamonds and at least 3 hearts, they will be unable to hold on to both to tricks in both of those suits when I run the clubs. So I just need to watch the diamonds to watch how many diamonds are discarded when I run the clubs. And they can see the dummy, so I guess it's not really fooling them what order I cash things in. I'll just play the diamonds first to make it easier for me to count. Okay, they both followed suit 3 times, so there's only 1 diamond outstanding. I haven't paid attention to what it is, but whatever it is, it's certainly higher than the 3. So I'll just cash clubs now. And there goes the last diamond. So in fact, this 3 of diamonds is a winner now. I assume that means that West was dealt 4 hearts? Or maybe he's afraid of pitching spades, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the 3rd heart he's pitched, so he's clearly under some strain. It doesn't really matter, I'll just cash this. No, he was just wrong. He wasn't sure what to do, because he wasn't sure how many hearts and spades I had, I guess. He should have thrown away all of his hearts instead of all of his diamonds. His partner was able to protect spades and hearts, but it might not have been clear to him that that was the case. Cool, so we got 12 tricks out of that. You know, if the defense could see through the backs of the cards, we would have taken like 8 tricks, I suppose, right? He would have led the king of spades, which would be pretty astonishing lead. They would have taken 4 spades and a club. All right, next hand. 1 spade is bid. Partner doesn't have a decent... He has like maybe an average hand, but not above average. I should bid something here. There are 2 reasonable choices. Well, I don't know. You could argue that 2 diamonds is reasonable, but I don't like it very much. 2 clubs, saying I have a decent hand with good clubs, seems about right, yeah? The other thing you could do is bid 2 no trump, which doesn't sound like... I definitely don't want to play this with no trump suit, right? This is another one of those like cultural things where players have agreed that in this position, 2 no trump means I have at least 5 clubs and at least 5 diamonds and a kind of not super strong hand, but not usually super weak either. And that kind of describes this hand okay, but I really want to emphasize the clubs, I think. They're so much better than the diamonds that I might prefer to bid 2 clubs. And especially because we're red on this hand, I'll be punished for overbidding, which 2 no trump might get me in some trouble. We haven't talked about rankings of suits. So suits are actually ranked in alphabetical order. Clubs are the lowest, then diamonds, then hearts, then spades, and then no trump. So East has bid a spade, and I have to bid something higher than a spade. 1 club, 1 diamond, and 1 heart are all lower, but 1 no trump is higher. In the same way, 2 no trump is actually... If we want to play in a club or diamond contract, which I would, we would have to play at least the 3 level if I started with 2 no trump. So it might be a reasonable bid. Yeah, I think I will do it, actually. Because if partner is, like, got 2 clubs and 3 diamonds, I'd probably still prefer to play diamonds. So I'll take up the extra space to show partner both of my suits. Ooh, and he picked clubs. So West has bid clubs, which is my suit. Seems weird. Therefore, players have agreed, well, that bid shouldn't mean that you have clubs, it should mean that you like spades. And partner says he likes clubs, and has an okay hand. This is a tough spot, actually. 5 clubs is pretty dangerous. But I think it's almost certain the opponents will take their 10 tricks in spades. And if we can take at least 10 tricks in clubs, it's worth bidding to the 5 level. Even though we'll lose points, we'll lose fewer than if we let them make 4 spades. And even if I'm wrong and we make only 9 tricks, it's not that expensive a mistake. So I think I'll go for it. And who knows, maybe I'll push them into 5 spades. Furthermore, like, I'm thinking about how the play is going to go. And I'm noticing partner does not have very many spades. Because I have 3. Righty has at least 5. Lefty has at least 3, quite possibly 4. Partner has, like, at most 2, perhaps only 1. So I'll be able to trump my small spades with partner's clubs. So we shouldn't lose too many of those. The opponent's hearts won't help them very much, because I'm going to be trumping those. Maybe partner has a diamond card or 2. We could do okay in clubs. And I don't see us beating spades at the 4 level anyway. All right, we pushed them to the 5 level. That's fine. I could double to say I dare you. I don't think you'll make this. But I'm not at all that confident. They might very well make this. 5 clubs was just a way to get them into a slightly more difficult contract. Now, the truly ballsy thing to do here would be to lead a low club instead of the ace. Hoping that partner has the jack of clubs. And he's odds on to have it, probably-ish. He did bid 4 clubs after all. He could then win the jack of clubs, play a heart for me to ruff with my small spade, and that would be 2 tricks, and we just need to find 1 more somewhere. But that could very easily backfire. One of the opponents wins the jack, and I've given away our 3rd trick. I don't see strong evidence that we need to do that to beat it, so I'll just lead an ordinary, boring ace of clubs. Yeah, okay, wouldn't have... Wow, partner has 6 clubs? Wow. Does partner have any spades? He has at most 1. Huh. Alright, well, we're not beating 5 spades, I can tell you that. The question is just how many clubs could we have made? Oh my god. Partner has no clubs and 6 spades, and all he could muster up... Sorry, no spades and 6 clubs, and all he could bid was 4 clubs? I guess he didn't know that 5 clubs was a sacrifice. He could have thought I was hoping to make this. I don't know. Even in that case, could you venture? Or not? Like, you have a much better hand than I expect. Yeah. Okay. So, the, like, technically correct thing to do here is to play the queen. But that just makes life easier for declare. And I suspect this is his last diamond, and he'll play the king anyway. So I'm not gonna make it easier for him to promote the 10 into a winner. Yeah. So they're both out of diamonds now. He's trying to rough out the queen, but that's obviously never gonna work. Okay, well, partner, I hope you can win 3 heart tricks, even though that's impossible. Yeah, I guess one problem with bidding 6 clubs is the opponents might have bid 6 spades and then made that. Yeah. Okay, well, so they made 12 tricks this time. How would we have done in clubs? We would have made exactly 5 clubs. We would have taken 11 tricks, losing 2 diamonds and nothing else. I think. I might run out of trumps in that hand. Let's count winners, right? I have 5 clubs. Yeah, let's count this hand as declarer. I have 5 club tricks. I can rough 3 spades and 1 diamond, but I'm going to run out of trumps after that. So, okay. I would actually lose 3 tricks and make only 10. So 5 clubs was down 1, which is a good sack against game. But they actually could have bid 6, which would have been worth 980 if they had done it. I guess at that point 7 clubs would have been a good save, because we would be minus 800 then instead of minus 980. But I'm happy enough to have gone minus 480 instead. Anyway, this hand's not good enough to bid anything. The opponents seem to like their hands okay and have stopped in 2 diamonds. Okay, how are we going to take 6 tricks? It's looking pretty impossible. Even if partner has the king of clubs, it's in between the ace and queen. He's never gonna get to win a trick with it. Maybe I can get the jack in that case. Like if partner has king third and Claire has 3 small and he can't throw away his clubs on anything. But that's 1 club trick. We have to get 5 in the other suits. Which means we need partner to have like the king of hearts and the king jack of spades, basically. Or king queen would be fine, of course. What would that give declarer? Or we're giving him nothing in clubs. The queen jack of hearts is 6. The queen of spades is 8. King queen of diamonds, that's 13. It's possible. That's a layout that could exist. That jack, hey, maybe he just has the jack and the queen, huh? Sadly, though, he appears to have the king and queen and jack of spades. So that's not going to pan out. We're not going to beat this contract. And he had the king of hearts as well. Okay. So he had what? Queen of diamonds. King, queen, jack of spades is 8. King, jack of hearts is 12. So partner does have the king of clubs, for what that's worth. Stop. Yeah, you suck. Does it matter what I pitch here? A heart should be fine. Yeah, because declare is short of hearts. He has at most 1 left, and if he does, it's higher than my 8 anyway. And we'll just exit a spade here. Sure. I don't know what declare is. I haven't been counting declare's shapes that much. Once it stopped mattering. Oh, he had the queen of hearts as well. Okay. So they actually took 11 tricks. They could have made 5 diamonds if they'd bid it. Should they have bid it? Not really. They were missing 2 aces and needed some luck in both clubs and diamonds to avoid losing more tricks there. Should they have bid 3 no trump? 3 no trump seems sort of playable, actually. It could go down, but it seems fairly likely to make. This is the sort of hand that almost wants to bid a spade, but I don't think I can. I'm just too weak. Ooh, 4 diamonds, a fancy bid. So this is saying a lot. Notice it jumped like way higher than necessary. You could have just bid 2 clubs. And so players have assigned a special meaning to this bid, like a lot of bids, which is, I love your hearts, partner. Specifically, I have 4 of them. Furthermore, I have at most 1 club and a very strong hand. So we should be in at least game, and if you like your hand, we should think about a slam. Partner's doubled, I guess telling me he likes clubs, which is kind of a stupid bid, but whatever. East says, no thanks, we'll just play 4 hearts. And that should be the end of it. I'll take partner's advice and lead a club. I don't see much good coming out of it, but okay. Oh boy, partner has ace and king and queen of clubs. But only one of those cards is useful to us, so most of our values are wasted, and the offense... Declare and Dummy have most of the good cards. In fact, we're just going to get 1 more trick, right? The ace of spades, and that's it. Maybe not even that. No, we're definitely getting the ace of spades. I suppose if we were very lucky, we might get the ace and the jack, but I think that would be a pretty big misplay by Declare for no particular reason. At any rate, they're going to take at least 10 tricks. All right, does Claire still have a spade? No. Oof. See, I haven't been counting. You know, if I were like at a real table, this is the kind of stuff I should be paying attention to. But you can tell pretty early on from this hand that we were never going to get enough tricks to beat the contract, so it mostly doesn't matter what happens. You know, saving 1 extra trick, like it would have been 650 instead of 680 or something. I didn't actually have a chance to save another trick. But I, could have been more alert to that possibility. We could have taken 2 tricks if we'd led our 2 black aces at tricks 1 and 2. But as soon as we gave up control to them, they were able to take all the rest. I guess even if we gave up control at trick 1, they could only take 12, not all 13. But alright, whatever. What's up? Partner's bid a heart, which I like a lot. I have 4 of them. And I have like 9 high card points, which is pretty okay. My king, queen, 4th of spades are like sort of good because East probably has the ace, but also sort of bad because partner's probably pretty short in spades. So the question is, do I give partner like a weakish raise in hearts or a strongish raise in hearts by bidding the opponent's suit? I think it's a kind of close call, actually. I'm going to go weakish here. I have extra trump, which is nice. But my spade values are pretty likely to be unimpressive, so I'm just going to stay low here. If partner invites the game, I'll happily accept, but oh, this is interesting. West also likes spades, and the opponents are on their way. They're thinking maybe they should be the ones playing in a game. East is saying, well, maybe we could play a game. What are your clubs like? And if West has good clubs, he'll say yes. If he has bad clubs, he'll say no, or maybe ask a different question. I'm pretty sure we could do at least 3 hearts here. But my hand has just like actually gotten worse because I know my spades are not worth anything. I don't really want to save in 4 hearts, honestly. So I think I'll just let them stop in 3 spades if they want. Yeah. And I have a pretty good chance of beating it because this could be as many as 3 trump tricks right here. Right? Suppose East has the ace and the jack. My king, queen, and 10 are sitting behind those cards, which is a powerful position to be in. I'll just lead a heart before the opponents can throw away all their hearts. We'll cash whatever we can. Turns out 0 heart tricks is how many we'll be taking. Declare's out of hearts now. The ace was his only heart, so he'll be roughing any further tricks. This 9 of clubs is a weird fucking play. What the hell is this? Like, what holding does this? The only... I can play the jack and win the trick, right? But I'm trying to imagine what holding would do this, and if there are any such holdings where it would be dangerous for me to play the jack. One holding where it would be particularly dangerous is if declarer has ace, 9, small, small, which would mean partner has king, queen, and no others. In that case, I don't want to crash my jack with his queen. I should play low, and will eventually take 2 club tricks, together with my 1 diamond and 2 spades. Oh, this is another point to notice. Partner has no spades. I have 4, dummy has 4, declarer showed 5, there's none left. So declarer has 5 spades, 1 heart, leaves him 7 minor suit cards. He bid clubs, so he probably has more clubs than diamonds. So if anything, it looks like he has 4 clubs and 3 diamonds. And remember, ace 9 fourth is one of the holdings we were scared of. What other holding with 4 clubs might he lead the 9 from? I don't know. I'm going to play low here. It's hard for me to see how it could be that dangerous. If partner has specifically king third, it feels bad, but even in that case, it doesn't actually cost anything. Okay. I'll cover this. Double dummy, it doesn't matter whether I cover. Double dummy is a phrase we use to mean, suppose that there were 2 dummies on this hand, i.e. that every player could see every card. Like, if West was dummy and also North was dummy, then South and East could sort of see every card. Your own cards, plus these 13, plus these 13, and whichever ones you can't see, you know are in the other guy's hand. So that's why we call it double dummy. Is like, suppose you could see every card. In that case, playing... I am double dummy in spades, right? I know declarer's spades are Jack, 8, 6, 4, 2. So I can decide what to do based on that. He's still sort of guessing. He doesn't know I have all the spades yet. I don't think it can possibly hurt me to play low. And it can't help me to play the queen. So I might as well play low in case he's a maniac and plays the ace here. But he would never do that, right? So maybe there's some tempo problems with playing low. Maybe I need to be in a bit more of a hurry. I don't know. I'll play the queen, whatever. This is enough tricks. 2, 3, 4. No, it's not. It's not enough tricks. But there is sort of a tempo consideration here in having played the queen. Which is that now I can threaten to make declarer rough too many times, can't I? If I lead a heart, he has to rough it. Dummy will play the 10 and partner will play the queen or something. And then declarer will rough. And at that point, I'll have as many trumps as declarer does. And if he wants to draw my last trumps, I can win the 10, make him rough another heart. And then he'll only have 1 left. He'll play a low spade, let's say. I'll win the king and play a third, well, 4th, I guess, heart. Declarer will be out of trumps in hand, and so dummy would have to rough. And then my 5 would be a winner. Now, that's rather optimistic, because I don't know that declarer will actually lead 2 rounds of trump. Since he can see as well as I can that would result in defeat. But that means he has to like leave trump alone, right? And in that case, I think I would be able to rough his 4th club probably. Since it looks like he has 5 spades, 1 heart, 4 clubs, and 3 diamonds. I see. I won't actually get to rough the last club that way. If he has enough diamond winners, right? He looks like he has the ace queen of diamonds. He can throw dummy's small club on that diamond, or maybe a small heart would be about as good. So is there some line where I can play spade, spade, spade? Does that win? Not if he has the ace queen of diamonds, right? Oh yeah, it does, because... No. If I give him... Which is to say, if I imagine that he has one club winner and another small club, which is a winner just by being the last one, and the ace queen of diamonds, then I can't stop him. No matter what I do. So... Which of those cards might he not have? I don't know, actually. They all seem pretty rock solid. You could hope for a blunder, but this is the kind of situation that the robots are pretty good at, and he's not going to make a mistake. Maybe I got his suit distribution wrong, and he has 3 clubs and 4 diamonds, and the diamonds aren't all winners? I don't think that even helps. Three rounds of spades. He wins and still has 1 spade left. And we can see the dummy would be good by cashing both clubs, 2 diamonds, pitching a heart, and then roughing this heart. All right, I'll try a heart in case there's some way that this actually does work out for me. I don't think it will. He's not playing a spade. If he did, he'd be in trouble. Instead, he's just going to cash stuff. He actually had 4 diamonds and 3 clubs. Interesting. He's roughed 2 hearts now, right? And played 1 round of spades. My best hope is that his last club isn't actually a winner, and that he fails to get back to his hand on the last round of spades, although I don't think he'll mess that up either. Under rough, that's an interesting one. I guess his clubs must be winners after all. Yeah, there he goes. He threw the 9 under to keep... I think he still has the 8 in his hand, right, as an entry. To his good diamond. Yeah. Oh, no, we're getting a club. He didn't have the king. Nice. All right. So we're done playing the hands, and any moment now, the robots at the other table will finish playing, and we can see how we did. We won the match. Most of the boards, we replicated the result at the other table, and so it was just a wash, right? We played 4 spades. We defended 4 spades down 1. They defended 4 spades down 1. The difference makers were boards 1 and 4, where in both cases I found a better contract than they did. Well, questionable. 4 hearts might actually be a better contract than 3 no trump if they can find a spade lead. At my table, they didn't find a spade lead, so 3 no trump worked out better. But in 4 hearts, you definitely lose 2 heart tricks and 1 club. And you might lose more tricks, but you might not. Right? If the hearts were divided 4-1, you would lose 3 hearts and a club. If they... they could maybe make the timing awkward for you to actually get a spade rough, perhaps. But I guess you could pitch down a diamond, so I guess that's the only risk. I think 4 hearts is a better contract. Maybe? It's pretty close, honestly. 4 spades is obviously worse double dummy, or even single dummy. Like, if you imagine that the defense could see the dummy before they lead, you would never choose to be in spades. But, you know, half the time, the person on lead will have the spade, the king, and they'll never lead it, so half the time you'll make. And they're pretty much always leading spades. since the auction suggests the spades are divided 5-5, or else somebody probably would have bid something. And a 5-card suit is usually pretty appealing to lead. So, yeah. 3-no trump was a worse contract. And I got lucky on that one, in fact. So I kind of deserve to lose this match in a way. What was their auction, actually? Yeah, he did the same thing I did, but instead of 3-no, he bid 3 hearts to sort of offer a heart contract, which I thought of afterwards. I wasn't that excited about it because of my mediocre hearts, and partner's diamond raise suggests I don't need to worry about diamonds. But maybe ace-suited spades should have discouraged me enough. Yeah, because if partner actually if I bid 3 hearts and partner raises, I should be pretty scared, because it means he has like 4 diamonds, 6 clubs, and 2 hearts. We actually know all that. So when partner raises here, you actually know he has a singleton spade, which means no trump is awful. Yeah, this was a better auction. I should have done this. I didn't think of it in time. And on this other one, they tried a spade game? Oh. I don't like 3 spades at all. 3 spades is, I think, an overbid. You don't really have enough material to push to a game, but 3 spades demands that you bid a game eventually. And it's actually a very... it's an unlucky layout, and the spades are divided 6-0. That's very bad for a spade contract. But the diamonds are lying quite well, and the hearts and the clubs are all lying well. So, I don't know, on average, maybe this is like a kind of average layout for the contract. How did they end up doing? I don't know. Not well, I guess. And I wanted to see on this last one, did it make a double dummy difference at any point what I did? Don't play the 10. Yeah, thank you for that stellar advice. It was not even on my list of options. Okay. But in fact, Declare was always down as long as we don't make any mistakes. And at this point that I like did all this thinking, all of my choices were fine, it turns out. If I suppose I had gone with my other line of like, oh my god, no. What? Shouldn't I be taking over play from here? Isn't that a thing I can do? Yeah. So if I play this was the other line I was considering. Partner's diamonds are sort of valuable, and his hearts are not. Okay. So I was imagining this line, and then I play another spade, and the computer says this is also fine. Okay. So anyway, that's one a session of bridge, I guess. We beat the robot, although perhaps undeservedly. They're not super good players. In fact, in a lot of ways, they're quite awful. But there are some things they're good at, and I'm not as strong a player as I used to be. I haven't really put in much work into it in the last decade or so. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, maybe understood some of it if you weren't a bridge player. If you were already a bridge player, maybe you learned something from hearing me talk through what I was thinking. I think I'll probably do at least one more episode of this. Why not? It was fun, for me anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.